stack it. But I think there's not a huge amount of threat for Rakan. There are some games, like if it had been the Pantheon to layer, there is that Unraveled Earth threat on the Rakan, but this feels like a pretty game. And actually, this has ended up being a flex of the Pantheon and bringing out the Nocturne instead. So, bit of a clever game here from the Bros. Now have that Nocturne-Orianna combo, and then running the Pantheon support. So a lot of bans were thrown towards the support, and Bro were like, we already have ours in the bag.
I can't remember. Do you think Zeus is good at Kennen?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty happy to take those range tops. So I think that'll probably just be the expected pickup here, especially with a Rakan and a Java, and you have the setup.
All right, decides to go for the prehistoric version.
Yeah, but a range top that does well in the Renekton, pretty confident with that.
Yeah, that's... Blind picking Renekton into Zeus is so illegal. I just feel like there's like a list of things he's going to be starting off this Dragon. As Deadly Flourish gonna hold Delight in position there as Roma possibly in trouble. Yeah, he's incredibly low. The knockup does come on through max range from Kanavi, but Gideon makes his way over. Roma is out of this fight though, no mana, no health. And that means that this Dragon is going to be low
in terms of health. They gave a free window. And in fairness, you did end up trading up the sun. Oh, Kanavi in trouble now.
Yeah, Dominus is going to get procced here by casting. Slices, dices as Kanavi is looking to hold on to him, but he might just die. The flash does actually get used, but unfortunately does not work out. And Gideon doesn't get the vision required, or doesn't decide to go for the paranoia. I'm not quite sure. Casting just going to be slicing and dicing around the wave. Pick up an should be able to grab these last remaining grubs. First one to go over Kanavi, decides that he doesn't really want to fight for too much more. Zeus almost takes a second one there for HLE. Oh, in case, yeah, very close. 500 gold, though, still the lead here for HLE, and I think they're very happy to play a slower game with the composition that they have. Is Roma going to get picked up, shoved back, and destroyed here? As in goes Delight. That is first blood going over to Zeka, as he's now looking to try and escape. Gideon wants to get on top of him and does manage to help Namgun get the kill. Dustbringer comes on through. Gideon is just going to get out of there. So a 1-for-1 as both mid laners hit the...
I'd say one of the champions who can do a bit better with gold compared to others, so...
Yeah. Roma is not going to get flashed on. There's a knock-up, and I think he's just dead again. Zeka just collects another one.
Look how close it is.
Beautifully calculated there by HLE is what I'd like to assume.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. That one just feels like a freebie.
Yep.
Now you're not feeling so good. And HLE putting the pressure down.
Chains of Corruption does go wide. Minushi, unfortunately. Even more money into the coffers of HLE as a possible fight here as Delight going down relatively low. Roma looks for a bit of an angle here, holds on to the shockwave, and there it is! Gets thrown out, delivered by the Nocturne, as now Kanavi gonna have to flag and drag his way out of there. As Control Ward does go into that brush, casting continues to be in trouble as Teddy looking for Guma. There's the knock-up. Sorry, the stun potential on to Guma, but does just flash the wall, gets out of the way. Namgung, no joy for him.
If that same play had happened again, he would be a lot harder to kill. But you see going in here. To be fair, looking at this play, it would have just got procced by that first Q. He would have just died anyway, in hindsight.
And there was probably a bit of overkill there as well, as the Shockwave did what looked to be about 50 damage.
You know, I was running the Delight defense, Celestial up. Stalling their play out. That being said, they are now back on the map and looking to contest this Herald, so...
Yeah, walking up now. Kanavi takes the long way round, does have to flag and drag to get himself to relative safety. Now gets back over the wall. They look for the smite fight, but there is the combo! Blast Cone does come on through there, but Guma nowhere to go from that, and the Rift Herald, it actually reset. And so the Bros don't actually lose anything out of the play. They just blow up the Varus and get on with their day.
Yeah, catch Gumayushi without flash, and that's the power of that Nocturne Orianna combo. And now HLE, no real way you can fight this. Everyone's healthy again. Everyone got a chance to reset. So maybe the TP value coming in there, giving them some time. to get back on the map.
Oh, Kanavi just steals it away. Looks to get in there to try and grab the eye, but he will just be dying for it. Zeka trying to get on over. Finds one with the Emperor's Divide and then just finds the Death Chamber. Now the curtains have been called. Delight does collect HLE. So the 2 sacrificed for 1 Rift Herald is going to be thrown down immediately here as Gumayusi is going to usher her towards this outer turret in mid. But you can see it in the gold, the Bros actually being able to pull this back quite considerably. Oh, stun does come on through here as Namgung's back one more time. Oh dear. Gumayusi got a little bit of practice going into the Death Chamber just recently, and he is going to do it once again.
This game has started to turn extremely chaotic.
The 4-item thing. Maybe cashback would have been a good idea.
Cashback is pretty good.
Well, Roma, let's see whether he is going to keep himself alive as Zeka breaks the arm guard. Roma now inside the Cataclysm. Emperor's Divide just to get rid of the Nocturne, and down he will go. Casting dives in though, and they are able to answer it with a kill onto Zeka as Zeus gets the flank angle. They find the knock up there. Chains of Corruption connects on towards this Pantheon, who is not long for the world. He'll get taken down here as Gumayusi just keeps casting at arm's length. Delight wants to do the same, but they do kite him out and take down the Croc. And it's all in exchange for just Zeka.
You know, I feel like the lack of flashes definitely played into
Could really do in that moment. And so now it is just advantages everywhere as they look to try and kill Gumayusi one more time, but the Deadly Flourish, it goes wide. Cataclysm from Kanavi just to buy some space as the Dancing Grenade just going to be enough to help take down a cannon. And HLE, good defense, not able to actually take down the Varus this time.
Yeah, Guma getting
the elephant in the room. There's an elephant, okay?
They're trying to set up for Guma. Oh, they blue trinket him.
Yeah.
They lose vision.
There's Paranoia. They do throw down the shockwave, but Guma actually gets thrown in a safe direction. Namgun goes in there. Finally, we're safe from the 6-7, but that is going to be 2 kills going over to HLE to start this one off. The Bros are able to answer it, though. That's a great knock-up as Kanavi is on the warpath. Takes down Roma. They do finally manage to kill Zeus. So it's a 3 for 2 in the end, but it should mean that this Dragon goes over to HLE.
I think keeping Guma alive without Flash is a near impossible task. Again,
like that, Zeus is going to face check a Renekton and does try and hop his way out of there, breaks the Fear Tether. As Deadly Flourish is going to go wide, so that is no assist going over to Teddy. A lot invested, though, as now the Baron is going to get started.
I mean, they have decent DPS from the Azir, but Varus isn't the fastest doing it, and Baron takes so long, so I think, yeah, they're backing away. Don't have the time to do it, and honestly, that whole time you were talking...
I mean, sometimes you've just got to go with where the comedic timing takes you, you know? And that's sort of where we were there, because we all knew he was going to do it.
Yeah. The fact it was prompted as well with the vision toggle before
won't even need to walk away from the turret. As we do see Kanavi starting this one off, but that ward gets all the value that the Bros require. They throw down another one just to make sure they know exactly what this health bar is looking like, and Paranoia has been available as in goes Namgung. That is going to be the steal from Gideon as well. Highway robbery as he is going to get taken down. 2 dead, but they do steal the Baron, so they keep their base alive.
Overall, but yeah, the gold isn't that significant. I think denying the Baron buff from HLE, definitely the main thing out of this. Gideon flies in, manages to secure it.
Shockwave looking real good there as well.
Yeah, unfortunately that 4th shot from Teddy doesn't connect onto Kanavi. Maybe could have got the kill there.
All right, check it out from Gideon's perspective here. Just sails in, looks pretty excited and tells everyone to get the heck out of there. Yep, back, good. Bros, I think, have bought a fair bit of time. So I think it's the next fight going to be an honest one as, okay, they look to try and lock down Zeus. Deadly Flourish is going to hold him in position as he will die. And now Kanavi is in a very awkward spot, does have to flash, but the Ruthless Predator is there and casting. Man, that ability name is correct with how dangerous this guy is. But the Sand Soldier comes out from Zeka and he's able to punish this support Pantheon. And he does get stunned up, but Teddy not with too much of a follow-up as now Kanavi, oh my, of course he is. And there he goes, diving on forward. That is going to be the flash out, though, of the Cataclysm. Deadly Flourish, not quite as deadly as it really wanted to be as it misses. And Kanavi, just continuing to go in. It's Kama Kanavi, man.
He's such a psychopath.
He goes in again!
Chill out for a second.
Please just go home for a bit, man. I know you've got a GA, but, like, come on. All right.
He wants to put it to use, so that's the only thing I can get from this.
You only get value if it's on cooldown, okay? All right, that's a very deep teleport. All right, in goes Delight. Let's see whether Zeker and Kanavi can actually get here in time. As Gideon baited by the blue buff. He is going to be able to secure it there, but down he will go. Gumayusi going to lock up the Nocturne.
Yeah, not too much. Off the turret, quickness is about to come up and available. Chains of Corruption set too.
Yeah, this is a bit scary. As the Bros, it's their turn to go for the flank play. Scary Crocodile, but Namgung is going to get engaged on. Has Jaeger's in there. It's a great shockwave from Roma. Zeka goes golden though, and there's that GA that Kanavi wanted to use. He's trying to get out. Burning, and the Tick is going to be able to take him out. There is now Gumayusi. Yeah, that's a very scary Crocodile. And down will go the Varus one more time. Curtains have been called here for Zeka, but he shifts those sands beautifully. Get himself out of the way. There's still not a whole lot to fight for. He's already really hurting. But every one of these bullets is going to be painful. As okay, here we go once again. And yeah, Gumayushi's not allowed to play the game. It's just kind of illegal at this point as Jaeger goes up there from Namgung to keep him alive. But the turret gets angry once again. It looks like they're not going to be able to take down the Pantheon though, and he is allowed to escape. Their use of just pressing man-drop paranoia over and over again.
Namgoon's getting back on the map. They are moving over towards the Baron. Gideon obviously doesn't have the ult yet to get over, but it's coming up soon. He wants his dragon, he's committing, so you're gonna have to force him off this objective, and it's going fast.
It is going very fast. Zeka does so much damage to this. It's okay. Pre-exhaust onto casting, and that is going to be Kanavi locking down the Baron. That is just the 1-2-3 punch onto the Orianna to take him down, but casting gets on top of Zeka. He has to go golden, and casting's getting get wiped out. Finally, Gideon makes his way in. The flash, and Gideon closes the gap onto Zeka. And now Teddy's trying to fight this one out. Finally, Gumayusi shows up, and he is angry after getting targeted earlier. That is going to be only the Nocturne left alive, but not a whole lot of Barons are left on the map as it's only Delight glowing purple.
17 kills each.
And Teddy has the old 6 items already completed, as does have Storm Surge now done.
Has the extra spot for the control ward.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
What a team player.
You love to see it. As all right, let's see who's going to be able to pick this one up. This is Cloud Soul for HLE if they're able to get it. And the Bros just looking to try and deny. There's the Paranoia. Shockwave does nothing at all. As Zeka once again shifts the sands to get himself out of there. You can see Zeus being so annoying in that backline. Finds the double stun and keeps himself alive for such a long time. It's Kanavi that gets a double as he wipes out the carries of the Bros. And casting not long for the world. They will be able to get the soul, but most importantly, they very handily win the fight, and they may just be able to win the game.
I don't know if they can clear the waves. Those two against the 4 strong of HLE. Overgrowth in the tower as well, going to make it easy to take. This should just be the game end unless Gideon and Namgoon can pull off a miracle here. I don't think it's enough.
And what did I say to you when you first turned up at LoL Park today? I was like, are you looking forward to the 6 gamer? Well, I mean, this was pretty close. We might actually have a 3-game series here in our first one, but this time, HLE are going to be able to find the win in game number 1. An absolute bloodbath with 40 kills in 37 minutes. But there it is. The orange tank takes down the Nexus and will pick up the victory here. But game 1's